The life of royalty is often marked by power struggles, hidden tensions, and strategic maneuvers. Yet, recent developments in Buckingham Palace have introduced a twist so unexpected that even the most seasoned royal watchers were caught off guard. Queen Camilla, recently elevated from her title of Queen Consort to simply Queen, had anticipated a moment of solidified influence within the royal hierarchy. This change, which followed her previous intention to be addressed as Queen Consort when Prince Charles ascended the throne, seemed to signal her ascendancy. However, events took a shocking turn. King Charles made bold decisions that entrusted significant responsibilities to Prince William and Princess Catherine, leaving Camilla feeling increasingly sidelined. Titles like the Scottish ones Charles once cherished were handed to William, along with the roles of Prince and Princess of Wales. In this reshuffle, William and Catherine were poised to lead national conversations, sparking speculation about what was truly happening behind palace doors. Did Camilla's promotion to Queen signify a hidden demotion, and how are these power dynamics reshaping the monarchy? The unfolding drama hints at seismic shifts that could redefine the royal landscape. Camilla's transition from Queen Consort to Queen was expected to be a crowning moment in her royal journey. For decades, she had worked to overcome a controversial past, once vilified as the woman who disrupted King Charles's marriage to Princess Diana. Achieving the title of Queen was meant to symbolize her acceptance and a secure position beside the reigning monarch. For Camilla, this moment was deeply personal. After years of being overshadowed by Diana's enduring legacy, she hoped this recognition would bring not just validation but also greater influence in shaping the monarchy's inner workings. Yet, what followed was a profound shock. Despite her new title, Camilla discovered her role in decision-making and authority was shrinking. Key responsibilities she believed would come with her elevation were instead handed to William and Catherine. The anticipated expansion of her influence turned into an unexpected diminishment, leaving her role feeling hollow. This shift in power dynamics raised critical questions. Why had Charles sidelined his wife? Was it an effort to appeal to the younger generation or a strategy to ensure a stable future for the monarchy under William and Catherine's leadership? These tensions have brought to light internal struggles within the royal family, further complicating Camilla's position. Camilla's path to becoming queen was marked by trials and tribulations. Once branded as the other woman, during Charles and Diana's marriage, she endured years of public scrutiny, tabloid attacks, and widespread disapproval. Often depicted as the villain in one of the most high-profile royal scandals, she became a target of media vilification. However, Camilla chose a path of quiet resilience, focusing on rebuilding her reputation rather than engaging in public confrontations. Through low-profile yet meaningful charitable work and carefully curated appearances, she cultivated an image of stability and humility. Over time, her strategy paid off. By the time Charles ascended to the throne, much of the British public had softened their stance toward Camilla. Her promotion to Queen Consort in 2022 was widely seen as a moment of redemption and a sign that both the monarchy and the public had moved beyond past controversies. Despite this long and arduous journey, Camilla's elevation to queen did not come with the authority she had expected. In royal tradition, queens often share a portion of the monarch's duties, influencing public and private affairs. For Camilla, these responsibilities were conspicuously absent. King Charles's decision to delegate key roles to William and Catherine made it clear that the monarchy's future revolved around them. This shift posed a significant threat to Camilla's carefully built public image, leaving her in a vulnerable position as her influence waned. As Camilla faced this reality, the spotlight shifted decisively toward William and Catherine. The couple emerged as the faces of a modern, relatable monarchy, embodying an approachable and forward-looking royal family. Their rise further underscored Camilla's diminished role, highlighting the changing dynamics within the royal household and the growing prominence of the younger generation in shaping the future of the British monarchy. In recent years, their roles have expanded significantly, with both William and Catherine taking on more high-profile duties at home and abroad. For Camilla, this growing prominence has been difficult to reconcile with her own reduced role. William and Catherine's popularity with the public is undeniable. They are viewed as a breath of fresh air, a young, dynamic couple who have managed to modernize the monarchy while staying true to its traditions. Catherine's fashion choices, parenting style, and charitable endeavors have earned her widespread admiration, while William's steady and responsible leadership qualities have solidified his place as the future king. Together, they have a unique ability to balance their personal lives with the demands of their royal roles, which has further endeared them to the public. For Camilla, this prominence represents a double-edged sword. On one hand, she understands the importance of William and Catherine's popularity in maintaining the monarchy's relevance in the 21st century. On the other hand, their rise has left her feeling increasingly irrelevant. The role she had hoped to assume as queen, representing the monarchy in public and influencing royal decision-making, are now being absorbed by the younger couple. In many ways, it seems the monarchy is bypassing her entirely and building its future around William and Catherine. Camilla's sidelining raises questions about her influence behind the scenes. Is she merely a figurehead queen, or will she find a way to assert her authority in a monarchy that appears to be moving on without her? The relationship between Queen Camilla and Princess Catherine has always been complicated, but recent developments have strained it further. While the two women maintain a cordial public front, rumors of tension between them have persisted for years. Camilla, who has traditionally preferred an aristocratic approach to royal life, reportedly harbored doubts about Catherine's suitability for William from the beginning. Her concerns about Catherine's middle-class background were well documented during the early stages of William and Catherine's relationship, and whispers suggest that Camilla may have played a role in their brief breakup in 2007. Despite these early misgivings, Catherine has emerged as a beloved figure within the royal family and among the public. Her poise, charm, and impeccable public image have made her the ideal partner for the future king. Camilla, on the other hand, has struggled to gain the same level of affection from the public. While she has certainly come a long way from her early days of scandal, her relationship with Catherine has been marked by an undercurrent of rivalry. Recent events have only added to this tension. Catherine's increased involvement in royal duties has further marginalized Camilla, who had hoped to take on more central responsibilities following her promotion to queen. In many ways, Catherine embodies everything Camilla once aspired to be: respected, beloved, and integral to the monarchy's future. As the younger woman's star continues to rise, Camilla is left wondering where she fits in the new royal order. Although both women are unlikely to publicly address their tensions, royal insiders suggest their relationship has become increasingly strained. For Camilla, being overshadowed by her daughter-in-law is a stark reminder that her long-fought journey to the throne may not have brought her the influence she once envisioned. To understand King Charles's decision to elevate Prince William and Princess Catherine, one must consider his broader vision for the monarchy. Throughout his life, Charles has been viewed as an unconventional royal, unafraid to challenge tradition. Whether through his outspoken views on environmental issues or his advocacy for modern architecture, Charles has often pushed the boundaries of royal convention. Now, as king, he finds himself leading an institution that must adapt to survive. The British monarchy, one of the oldest in the world, is steeped in centuries of tradition. Yet, in a rapidly changing world, tradition alone is no longer sufficient to sustain public support. Charles recognizes that the monarchy must evolve to remain relevant, and at the center of this evolution are William and Catherine. Their ability to connect with younger generations and represent the monarchy in a modern, relatable way has made them key figures in Charles's strategy. By delegating more responsibilities to them, Charles is not only ensuring a smooth transition of power in the future but also leveraging their widespread appeal. This strategic move strengthens the monarchy's future and reinforces public trust in its younger generation. For Camilla, this strategy has been a bitter pill to swallow. While she understands the necessity of modernizing the monarchy, it has come at a personal cost. Camilla, as queen, anticipated her role would bring her increased authority, but instead, her influence has been overshadowed by the rising prominence of the younger royal couple. In many ways, Camilla embodies the old monarchy, an institution rooted in tradition and unwavering duty. However, as the royal family transitions into a new era, she struggles to find her footing within it. Her silent frustrations and the strain of being sidelined represent more than just a professional setback, they reflect a deeply personal struggle. Camilla's journey to the throne has been defined by resilience, overcoming public scorn and navigating the complex dynamics of royal life. Yet, despite these efforts, her expectations of gaining authority and recognition as queen remain unmet. Instead, she faces a reality where her influence is increasingly limited. In public, Camilla maintains a composed demeanor, upholding the dignity expected of a royal. Behind closed doors, however, those close to her describe a woman grappling with feelings of marginalization and frustration. Responsibilities she had hoped to assume have been assigned to others, and her voice within the monarchy's decision-making process grows quieter. Adding to her discontent is the realization that her ascension to queen has not significantly altered public perceptions. Many still view her through the lens of past controversies, including her role in the dissolution of Charles and Diana's marriage. This lingering public sentiment, combined with her diminished influence, leaves Camilla feeling overlooked by her family and the very institution she serves. While her struggles are largely private, they are intensely felt. Those close to her suggest that Camilla feels betrayed by the unfolding of events. She anticipated a central role in King Charles's reign, but now finds herself with limited control over royal decisions. Instead, she watches as William and Catherine take on the responsibilities she once envisioned for herself. For Camilla, this is not just about losing influence, it is about losing a sense of purpose. After decades of preparation, she believed her role as queen would enable her to shape the monarchy's future, but the reality has been far from what she imagined. As Charles increasingly relies on William and Catherine, Camilla feels sidelined, left to question her true legacy. The power dynamics within the royal family, always delicate, have grown more strained in recent months. King Charles's decision to delegate greater responsibilities to William and Catherine has not only deepened Camilla's frustrations but also caused ripples throughout the family. Insiders reveal that the Queen feels increasingly isolated as her role becomes more symbolic than substantive. These shifts in power have sparked quiet unrest within the palace, with Camilla's marginalization raising concerns about the monarchy's future. Reports suggest simmering tensions between the Queen and William, especially as he takes on a more significant role in royal governance. This growing divide between the older and younger generations has fueled speculation about potential fractures within the royal household. Adding to this already complex situation are whispers of potential turmoil, including unverified rumors of a divorce between Charles and Camilla. While no official confirmation exists, these speculations only intensify the narrative of tension within the royal family. The strained relationships and shifting dynamics highlight the challenges of navigating a modern monarchy, leaving questions about the future of its leadership and cohesion. In fact, a news channel reported just 5 minutes ago that the Queen's exclusion from key royal matters has reached a tipping point. Some insiders believe that if the power balance continues to shift away from Camilla, it could lead to a permanent division within the royal family. The future remains uncertain, and with each passing day, the sense of instability within the monarchy grows. Will Camilla find a way to regain her influence, or will she be forced to accept a more symbolic role as William and Catherine take control? For Camilla, the uncertainty of her future within the royal family looms large. Her husband's age and health are factors she cannot ignore, and with each passing year, the possibility of William and Catherine assuming even more responsibilities becomes increasingly real. While Charles is still in good health, the future of the monarchy is clearly being positioned around William and Catherine, leaving Camilla in an ambiguous position. If Charles were to step down or face health challenges, Camilla's role could be further diminished as the younger generation takes on greater power. William and Catherine's growing influence means they are not only being prepared to take over the public-facing duties of the monarchy, but they are also increasingly involved in internal decision-making. For Camilla, this raises the question of what will happen to her once the transition fully takes place. Camilla's concerns are deeply personal. She has spent years building her public image, working hard to earn the title of queen and, more importantly, the respect that comes with it. Yet, despite her promotion, she now faces the possibility of becoming irrelevant within the royal hierarchy. The emotional toll this uncertainty has taken on her is profound, as she grapples with the potential reality of being further sidelined by the very family she has devoted her life to. As the monarchy prepares for the inevitable transition of power, Camilla must confront the possibility that her time in the spotlight may be more fleeting than she ever imagined. Will she be remembered as a pivotal figure in Charles's reign or as a queen who was ultimately overshadowed by the younger generation? The British monarchy is steeped in tradition, with centuries of history shaping the roles and expectations of its key figures. For Camilla, tradition has been both a blessing and a curse. On one hand, It was tradition that allowed her to assume the title of Queen upon Charles's ascension to the throne, a title that carries immense prestige and authority. On the other hand, tradition has also limited her ability to wield real influence within the monarchy, particularly as the institution modernizes and evolves. Historically, the role of the Queen has been one of support. Queens have stood beside their kings, offering counsel and assistance but rarely assuming direct control over the monarchy's direction. For Camilla, this traditional role was something she hoped to reshape. After all, the monarchy of the 21st century is far removed from the rigid hierarchies of the past. Women in power now have greater opportunities to influence policy and public opinion, and Camilla believed her position as queen would allow her to be more than just a figurehead. Yet the reality has been quite different. The traditions of the monarchy have kept her in a more symbolic role, while the real power has shifted to William and Catherine. This has left Camilla feeling trapped between her expectations and the constraints of tradition. She had hoped to play a central role in shaping the future of the monarchy but instead finds herself increasingly marginalized. As the monarchy continues to modernize, Camilla is faced with a difficult choice. Does she continue to fight for more influence, or does she accept the reality that tradition has already defined her role? The emotional toll of this sidelining is perhaps the most difficult aspect for Camilla. Over the years, she has weathered countless challenges, public scandal, personal criticism, and the ever-present comparison to Princess Diana. Yet despite these obstacles, Camilla had always believed her position as queen would bring a sense of validation. After all, she had worked tirelessly to prove herself to both the royal family and the public. Her promotion was supposed to be the culmination of years of perseverance. But now, with the responsibilities she had hoped to take on being given to William and Catherine, Camilla is left feeling unappreciated. She has fulfilled her duties as queen with grace and composure, yet her role remains largely ceremonial. For someone who has always sought to be more than just a supporting figure, this realization has been deeply painful. Beyond the professional frustrations, the emotional weight of her position within the royal family continues to weigh heavily on her. Camilla's struggle within the monarchy carries a deeply personal element, rooted in her complex relationship with Charles. Their bond, shaped by years of public scrutiny and private challenges, has grown increasingly strained as Charles leans more on William and Catherine. This shift leaves Camilla feeling a sense of personal exclusion. While Charles's decisions are undoubtedly strategic, they have caused his wife to question her place within both the monarchy and their marriage. For Camilla, the emotional strain of being sidelined is compounded by uncertainty about her future. Despite years spent building her legacy, it now feels precarious. She wonders if history will remember her as a queen in her own right or merely as a supporting figure in King Charles's reign. The health of King Charles has become an increasingly significant factor in the royal family's future planning. At 75, Charles is undeniably in the later stages of his life. Though he remains relatively healthy, the reality of aging looms over the monarchy. For Camilla, this adds another layer of uncertainty to her already tenuous position. Should Charles's health decline, William and Catherine's roles will grow even more prominent. The Prince and Princess of Wales are already stepping up to assume more of the monarchy's public duties and are being prepared to take over when the time comes. This transition poses a direct threat to Camilla's influence. As the younger royals become more central to the monarchy, her role as queen could be further diminished. This prospect has caused Camilla significant anxiety, as she had long envisioned her role as queen as one of partnership with Charles, shaping the future of the monarchy together. Now, with William and Catherine taking on more responsibilities, Camilla faces the harsh reality that her influence may wane further. She is also troubled by the possibility that, should Charles become incapacitated or pass away, her place within the royal family could be redefined entirely. She wonders whether she will be relegated to a ceremonial role or find a way to maintain her influence in the evolving monarchy. These concerns weigh heavily on her as she contemplates the uncertain road ahead. Amid these tensions and swirling rumors, Camilla has reportedly reached a breaking point and decided to address her increasingly sidelined role in the monarchy. In a rare move, she has hinted at her frustrations with the shifting dynamics within the royal family. Traditionally reserved and cautious, Camilla now feels compelled to speak up, not only to reaffirm her place beside the king but also to subtly counter the growing influence of William and Catherine. Through carefully orchestrated public appearances and interviews, Camilla's tone has shifted. No longer content to play the silent, supportive partner, she has begun to express her thoughts more openly, albeit subtly. While she avoids directly confronting Charles's decision-making, her words carry a clear message. She may have been sidelined, but she is not invisible. Delivered with grace yet laced with an underlying meaning, her public statements reveal her determination not to fade into the background. Camilla has fought too hard for her position and refuses to let her role be reduced to mere symbolism. Still, the question remains whether her words and actions will be enough to shift the course of royal power dynamics or if the tide has already turned too far. As the dust settles on this chapter of royal reshuffling, one thing is evident: the British monarchy is undergoing profound transformation. For Camilla, the future is fraught with uncertainty. While she may continue to hold the title of Queen, the real power increasingly lies with William and Catherine. The younger generation has captured the public's imagination, and Charles seems intent on positioning them at the center of the monarchy's future. Camilla faces difficult choices. Will she accept a more symbolic role, allowing William and Catherine to take the reins, or will she carve out a more meaningful position for herself? Just as importantly, how will her relationship with Charles evolve as they both navigate these shifting dynamics? The future of the monarchy remains an open question, and Camilla's place within it is far from secure. What is clear, however, is that recent events have permanently altered the balance of power in the royal family. As the monarchy continues to modernize, Camilla's legacy will be defined not only by her title but also by how she chooses to confront the challenges ahead. This story is far from over, and the next chapter of the British monarchy is being written in real time. Camilla's role within this evolving narrative is still unfolding, leaving the question of how she will adapt and find her place in the new royal order unanswered. Only time will tell.